It's time for another Pupdate with Mumbles and Mr. Dancer. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates. Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates. On today's episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates, we are talking about something that unfortunately every dog will have to deal with at some point in their life. Your dog's getting older. It's elderly. Their sleep schedule, you've noticed some changes. What are some things that you should be concerned of? Today, Mumbles and Mr. Dancer are going to tackle that. As you can see, Dancer's already been working on his sleeping. So we're going to tackle that issue for you next. But first, I'm going to go put this little guy down. As I put Dancer down for this segment, today we are talking about sleep issues in elderly dogs. Guys, I want to first point out that like a puppy, an elderly dog will sleep a lot longer than just an adult dog. You know, they're getting towards the later stages of their life. They need more sleep in order to recover from what they did during the day. So a puppy will usually sleep around 13 to 18 hours a day. An adult dog will usually cut that down 8 to 10 hours a day, somewhere around that range. And an elderly dog will again go up to that 13 to 18 hour range. So do be aware of that. So if your dog is sleeping more, it might not necessarily be a bad thing. It could be just that, oh, they're getting older. Guys, there are some things that you can look for, though, if your dog is not sleeping as well. If you notice, hey, my dog is sleeping in, or my dog doesn't go to sleep on time, or my dog is wandering around, there's some things you can look for that could be indicators of some problems developing in your dog that you can hopefully nip in the butt before they become a big issue. Now, the first thing that I want to point out, the number one thing, is if your dog seems to be wandering around, doesn't go to bed at the right time, maybe sleeps during the day instead of sleeping during the night, this could be an indication of dementia. Guys, dogs can get dementia too, unfortunately. It's a very terrible disease. You lose your memory. You don't know what's going on. You can lose track of time. You can lose your personality. It's a horrible disease, and dogs can get it too. So if your dog has kind of gotten confused, maybe they've gotten their sleep schedule mixed around, they don't exactly respond like you think they should, this could be a sign of dementia. So please get them into a vet. That is our first thing to look for when your dog is changing their sleeping schedule. The second thing we want to look for is, has your dog lost its hearing? Now, I know, guys, this might seem like something that is stupid to mention. But, guys, if you think about it, a dog relies heavily on their senses. It's not just their sight. It's their hearing. It's their smelling. It's all of those senses that they have. And hearing is a big part of it because dogs have really good hearing. So if your dog doesn't wake up on time like they used to, maybe they used to, every time your alarm would ring, oh, they're up. Or every time that you would get up, oh, I'm up. If you notice, hey, my dog doesn't seem to hear or doesn't seem to care that I get up, it may be a sign that your dog has started to lose its hearing. Now, unfortunately, guys, there's not a whole lot you can do hearing-wise in a dog. But the one thing that you do want to concentrate on if your dog has started to lose its hearing is when you go to wake them up, don't shake them, don't scare them. What you want to do is you want to take your fingers, your hand with your scent, and lightly put it up against their nose. Do not touch their nose, just sit it in front of their nose. The nose will smell your scent, and 9 times out of 10, your dog will wake up. This is the gentle way to wake up a deaf dog. You can still talk to your vet about it if you wish, but there's not a lot you can do here if your dog has lost its hearing. My third thing to watch for is if your dog was a dog that usually curled up. You know, they like to curl up in a ball and be all warm. And suddenly you notice that they have stopped doing this. Or maybe they're sleeping standing up or sitting up or sleeping in a weird position. This could be a sign of a couple things. First thing that it could be a sign of is heart condition, especially if your dog has decided to sleep standing up or sleep sitting up. This could be early stages of heart disease or fluid on the lungs or fluid on the heart. This is a very serious condition that you will need to talk to your vet about, because they will be able to better determine what the cause of this is. However, I don't want to worry you too much. 9 times out of 10, your dog has probably developed arthritis. Now, this is, for those of you that don't know, a disease that affects the joints and bones in humans and dogs, and basically makes it hard to move. Things hurt. When you're moving around, when you move your hand, it hurts. When your dog moves their paws, it hurts. When they curl up in that ball, it hurts. So they might not want to do that as much anymore because it hurts. So there are a couple different things you can do regarding this. You can talk to your vet for more information, but if your dog does have arthritis, you can get them an orthopedic bed, something that better fits their needs. You can try some warm therapy, some cold therapy. Your vet will be able to better direct you on that kind of stuff, but it is something to watch for. My fourth and final tip, guys, is if you notice that your dog is uneasy at night, maybe they wake up 4 or 5 times and they wake you up and they nuzzle you and they're like, something's wrong. This could be a sign that your dog has started to lose control of their bladder, unfortunately. Guys, as your dog ages, their bladder ages too. This doesn't mean it's a disease or kidney disease or anything like that. It could just be simply them getting older. The good news is this can be combated by either taking your dog out more often or more times during the night, or there is medications that your dog can take in order to combat and better help them hold their urine. So consult a vet if that has started to happen. Your dog seems uneasy at night. Maybe they're having accidents. It might not be the dog's fault. It might be their bladder is getting a little bit older. So guys, these are some things that you need to look for when there's a change in your dog's sleep schedule when your dog is older. If you watch these things, a lot of diseases can be prevented. A lot of things can be avoided. A lot of changes can be made. And you can keep your dog happy and healthy as possible. Guys, the main thing to remember is, just like humans, dogs aren't an exact science. Each dog is different. Each dog has a different personality. Each dog has different likes and dislikes. So there's not a one-size-fits-all to any sleep schedule. But if you know your dog, you know the kind of sleep schedule that they have, you can usually identify when something has changed. Just do your best to talk to your veterinarian should it be needed. And do your best to care for your dog, and that's all anybody can ask for. So guys, now I'm going to go get Dancer, and we're going to finish up this video with some pup and putt. So anyways, guys, now that we've talked about the important information, it is time for Dancer's absolute favorite segment. His popping play, where he gets to have all sorts of fun. I know you love it, Dancer. Here it comes. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons. I'm going to go put Dancer down for a nap because all this talk of sleep has made him a very sleepy boy. And guys, I want to wish you guys all the best. Stay safe out there. And just know that me and Dancer are sending our love to all the pets and all the people out there in the world. Now, guys, thank you all so much for watching and have a great day. This is Mumbles and Dancer signing off. Say bye-bye, Mr. Dancer. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.